Donald, is great at the one-liners, but he's a chaos candidate, and he'd be a chaos president. This is a tough business to run for president.
I know. You're a tough guy, Jeb.
And we need to have a leader that is
real tough.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to the presidency.
Well, let's see. I'm at 42 and you're at 3, so far I'm doing better.
Doesn't matter.
So far I'm doing better. You started off over here, Jeb. You're moving over further and further. Pretty soon you're going to be off the end.
Ooh, it's just as hot this morning. Jeb Bush going head-to-head with Donald Trump during last night's debate.
Joining us right now is the former governor of the great state of Florida and 2016 Republican presidential candidate Jeb Bush joins us from Las Vegas. Governor, it's very clear in that exchange with Mr. Trump, you guys don't like each other, do you?
No, it has nothing to do with liking the guy. I just don't think he's ready to be, from day one, to be president of the United States.
So you like him?
He's a gifted politician. It doesn't really matter what I think about the guy. I just don't think he's ready to be president.
Governor.
And I pointed out why I am.
You sure did. You also pointed out the sound that we just played was one of the top social media moments, according to Facebook, when you said you can't insult your way to the presidency. You're going to be a chaos candidate and a chaos president. Exactly what does this picture look like of a President Trump in your mind that is so chaotic? How do you describe that? Why?
Well, he has made it clear that he gets his foreign policy advice from the shows. He's made it clear that he thinks Hillary Clinton was a great negotiator, could be a great negotiator in Iran. He thinks ISIS wasn't a threat just 2 months ago. He's not a serious candidate. His proposal to ban all Muslims resonates politically, but the simple fact is it makes it harder for us to actually create a coalition to destroy ISIS, which should be the primary objective for the next president, because this president has done nothing in that regard. And so pointing out the differences of philosophy, I think, is more than fair game.
Governor, I think it's pretty clear the more detail-oriented we get, the better you feel as though you'll do on stages like that. So let's drill down on the ISIS plan in particular. I know you want to defer to the experts and get the right generals in charge. Would one of those generals be General Petraeus to maybe get him back to take ISIS down? Can you give us more of an idea of how you would get rid of them and how time is on their side, not ours?
Look, there are a lot of people who have served with incredible distinction in the foreign policy realm and the defense realm. General Petraeus is certainly one of those. The simple fact is that we need a strategy to destroy ISIS. I would take the advice of the military, get their options, take the lawyers off their backs, and unleash them. And we have to do this in coordination with the Arab countries and do it with a Sunni-led force inside of Syria, back up the Iraqi military, arm the Kurds. It has to be a comprehensive strategy for sure.
You know, there are so many people, Governor, who, given what happened in Paris about a month ago and given what happened out on the West Coast just about 10 days ago, there are a lot of people out there who tuned in last night because they are worried. Do you think after they watched the discussion for 2 hours there over on the other network, they felt better about the future, given that Hillary Clinton sounds like she would be Barack Obama 2.0?
Yeah, I think it was a great debate in that regard. It was on substance. It was about national security. I think people watching the debate last night should know that there are some candidates that are really serious about protecting the homeland, and that Hillary Clinton would be a third term of Barack Obama. I completely agree with you in that regard, and we need a change in direction. We need to make sure that we protect the homeland across the board, whether it's in the cyber sphere or enhancing our intelligence capabilities overseas, our counterintelligence capabilities here in the country, and certainly we need to rebuild the military, which has been gutted. $1 trillion of less spending has taken place in the age of Obama. That is now devastating our readiness and our capability to act.
Sure is. Governor, why would you keep us more safe? There are a bunch of parents out in California right now, a little worried, as Steve alluded to, going to school this morning. If you were president of the United States today, what is your message to the American people?
Well, look, I believe I have the capability of leading this country. I have a steady hand. I'm not going to be spouting off and scaring people. I think you need to have a steady hand when you're commander-in-chief. Right. I know that I'm honored to have the support of scores of generals and 12 Medal of Honor recipients, many veterans that understand that I have the capabilities to lead.
Right.
And I listen before I act and talk. I think we need someone who actually has that capability.
Right. And here's Lindsey Graham. He was on the pregame show, was very strong and certainly demonstrative. He brought up Bush 43.
I blame Obama for ISIL, not Bush. I'm tired of beating on Bush. I miss George W. Bush. I wish you were president right now. We wouldn't be in this mess.
Do you want to take him on that?
No, I think Lindsey's a brilliant man in that particular statement. Look, the simple fact is that when my brother finished his time, Iraq was fragile but secure, and this president and his Secretary of State abandoned Iraq. And the net result was a caliphate the size of Indiana with 30,000 battle-tested terrorists now that gain its strength by the fact that they exist each and every day. You can't contain them. You have to destroy them.
All right. It looks like he's joining us from Venice, but he's just at the Venetian in Las Vegas.
That's right.
Jeb Bush, thank you very much for joining us
I've
today.
seen a couple of people leaving the hotel today. It looks like they didn't go to the debate.
It's just 3:56.
funny
It's
note
amazing. There's other
today.
things to do there.
Governor, it's great to see you.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.